I type a chapter because I expect to release a book. I go to the grocery store because I want to make a Caesar salad. We don't do anything just for its own sake. Perhaps making love. The value of meditation is that it's absolutely for its own sake. It's a way of going beyond the body, going beyond the mind, going beyond the emotions, and contacting that field of conscious awareness, spirit, that is self-sufficient in its own right. And the value of that is that it reconnects us with the aspect of ourselves which is our true nature. Most of us are continuously identifying ourselves with situations, circumstances, objects in our environment. So, who are you? People usually start by saying, well, I'm a mother, I'm a father, I'm a chairman of a corporation, I'm a driver of a Corvette. We define ourselves in terms of the possessions and positions in our lives. And from an Ayurvedic perspective, that is an absolutely sure formula for suffering. Because anything that we can identify ourselves with that's outside of our nature, outside of our true being, is by definition a time-space event. As Deepak mentioned earlier, time-space event means it's localized in space and has a duration in time. If we can perceive it with our senses, be it a galaxy, a nebula, a star, a flower, a relationship, a bank account, a human body, it will be in this realm of time and space, meaning that it has a beginning, a middle, and an end. That's why everything in this universe can be described in terms of a wave. So if all we know in our lives are situations and circumstances and people and things that are time-space events, then at some deep level of our awareness, we will be always living in fear. Because we know that we're going to lose it at some point. You can have an absolutely fabulous marriage, and then in some way or another, it's going to be lost. Either it's going to end in divorce, it's going to end in one or the other of the spouses dying. You can have a great position in a corporation, sometime or another, it's going to come to an end. You can have making hundreds of thousands of dollars in the stock market, you're very happy, the Dow's at new highs. Whatever level of enjoyment or happiness you're experiencing because of that success, when tomorrow, knock on wood, it doesn't happen, the stock market crashes, you'll have a proportionate level of sorrow. So this object referral in Ayurvedic understanding is the basis of all suffering. And the only solution, the only lasting solution, is self-referral, which means getting intimately in contact with that aspect of our own nature, which is beyond time and beyond space. And the most effective and direct way of accomplishing that is through meditation. Now, what happens in the process of meditation? As we mentioned earlier, the mind is a thought-generating machine. In fact, it's actually been suggested that the mind is only the thoughts that occupy it. If you take away the thoughts, you take away the mind. The mind is continuously generating thoughts, one thought after another. What am I going to say next? I hope I don't forget what I'm supposed to say. I wished I would have gone to the bathroom. I better call my wife at the next break. I told her I was going to come home for lunch. I wonder if my son stopped off at the house today. It's constant generation, almost 24 hours a day. It gets a little bit fuzzy when we're sleeping. So how do we get beyond the thoughts? We can only get beyond the thoughts by going through the spaces between the thoughts. In between each thought, snowing outside, I think I better shovel the walk. No, I'd rather go to Florida. I wonder if I can get a plane. I wonder if I have enough frequent flyer miles. There's always some gap there. We dive into that gap, we access the next impulse, it comes out as a thought, go back into that gap, access the next impulse, it comes out as a thought. Meditation techniques are all designed to do the same thing. That's to allow us to slip into the silent spaces between the thoughts. And that can happen by allowing ourselves to put our attention on some object that doesn't carry meaning. The meaning is what connects us to the next thought. One thought has meaning and a sound quality. The next thought has meaning and a sound quality. Every thought, every word has both a vibration and an attachment of a meaning to that vibration. We can interrupt that eternal cycle of thought leading to thought, leading to thought, leading to thought, by finding some object of attention that allows us to temporarily disconnect the meaning that keeps us in this association. In Ayurveda, sound is the subtlest experience. Sound is that vibration that stirs the silence. And so, using sound to transcend, to go beyond thinking, is said to be the most effective and most direct way to experience that deeper level of awareness. In fact, it's said that thinking is just a subtle form of hearing. And so in many traditions, we can use sound as an object of attention. We can use sound out loud. Let's do it together since we need a little energy. So we'll use these classical sounds, the sounds of the chakras. Most people are familiar in certain systems of Vedic knowledge, Tantra in particular. It's said that we have 7 basic energy centers. And each of those centers is associated with a color and a crystal and a gem and an energy and a sound. And by putting your attention on that energy center and vocalizing the vibration, you can enliven the energy in that area. So why don't we do it all together? I'll sit down. So the first energy center is at the base of the spine, the first chakra. And it's the energy center that's most connected with and governs all of our basic survival needs. Concerns about food, concerns about clothing, concerns about survival are governed by this most basic center. When we are having challenges in that area, putting your attention at the base of the spine and enlivening it with the correct vibration helps to make that energy more vibrant, more powerful. It helps you to overcome those fears associated with that survival center. So, if everyone would just close their eyes, put your attention at the base of your spine. The mantra for the first chakra is Lam. Lam. So everyone, let's just take a deep breath, and on your exhalation, just release The second energy center is in the reproductive area. It's associated with reproduction, with nourishment, with cleansing, with purification. It's lively when you are feeling romantically inclined towards someone, when you're feeling sexually oriented towards someone. It's the second chakra. The mantra for this is Vam. Vam. So putting your attention on your second energy center, take a deep breath on your inhalation and on your exhalation. The third energy center is in the solar plexus. It governs power. It governs the fulfillment of your intentions and your desires in the world. When you're having difficulties fulfilling those intentions or desires, there's a tendency to feel a cramping or a tightness in your gut. That's due to blockages in this third energy center. The mantra for this is Ram. Ram. So everyone, take a deep breath. The fourth energy center is centered in the heart, anahata in Sanskrit, which means unstruck. It's that which connects us at that deep level of compassion. The mantra for the heart center is Yam. Yam. So again, with your attention on your heart,